Hello everybody, Stewart Heath here, founder and CEO of Harvard Grace Capital, back with episode number 5 of questions you should be asking your passive activity sponsor. We've already covered in the first 4 episodes questions you should ask the sponsor itself. And right now we're going to do a few episodes on questions about the investment, the underlying investment. And so you could apply these questions to any investment that you're considering. First question you ask the sponsor about the investment is, why did you pick this particular city, region, area, neighborhood for this property? The first rule of investing is all real estate is local, and you could be in a great city but a bad neighborhood, and that will impact your investment. And that's what you need to know, and they need to be able to answer that for you and defend why they are in that area. The next question is, how does the price per unit compare with the recent sales? If you've ever bought a house and you've reviewed the appraisal report, it's got a section called comparables, and it compares the price of the house to other sales that have gone on in the same neighborhood, the same area, and generally will boil it down pretty close to a price per square foot. Well, it's the same concept in commercial real estate. If you're doing a multifamily asset, you're going to eventually get down to a purchase price per door, as it's referred to. In an office building, it'll be a per square foot number. Same way it will be in storage. But what you're asking is, what is the comparables? How does your purchase price compare with the other recent transactions for this asset type, this asset class in this area? It's an excellent question, and if there's not a good answer for that, then you should probably pass. The next good one is you're really asking about what's the business plan for this property, and specifically, what problems are there that you want to fix? There's a reason the seller's selling and that you want to buy, and maybe it's just cash flow, and that can be good enough. But almost everybody wants to go in and make a purchase that they've made better, and if they don't intend to do something different, then all you should ever expect is to sell it for the same price that you bought it for, and nobody wants that. So you ask, what are the specific issues that you intend to fix? And you really need to determine, based upon the sponsor's answer, is this a repositioning or a redevelopment deal, or is this just putting some lipstick on the pig and making it look better, which we tend to do a lot. We buy stabilized buildings, and if you pressure wash the parking lot and paint and restripe it, you can get a lot of big bucks, for curb appeal. You fix the landscaping and take out old, overgrown trees and shrubs and go in with new. It just looks better. And these are things that don't cost a lot of money, but it makes tenants prouder to be there, which also makes them more willing to pay more for the property when their lease renewal comes up. So you want to find out what is the business plan, what they plan to do. Another really good question is, how much of the expected profit relies upon you getting higher rents or lowering expenses? Beware of the lowering of the expenses, because when you buy an existing property, and there's one thing I can guarantee it's going to catch. The purchase price that you are paying will be higher than the appraised value for tax purposes that the seller has in his books. So his operating costs will be lower. He'll have a lower tax base than you will end up once they process your sale, because they will raise your tax base to the price you just paid. So your taxes will go up just for the mere fact that you bought the property. And in inflationary times, there should be no real expectation that expenses are going to go down. Expenses are going up. Energy costs are higher, taxes are higher. And let me tell you, insurance is a lot higher. So beware if they tell you that they can operate it for cheaper, because they can't. we all expect to go in and raise rents higher, but that's a potentially disruptive move. In the commercial world or the office world, you have to wait until a lease renews, and then you can negotiate that out. You want to take a look at see what if their expectations of higher rent are actually in line with what the market appears to be, and you might need some local help from a different local broker to help you analyze that as you get into the deal itself. So those are our questions this week for questions about the investment. We'll come back with episode 6 for more questions about the investment that you should ask the sponsor. Thanks a lot.